I'm Daniel Pace. Welcome to Simple Crypto Consulting, where we simplify and secure the crypto sphere. Today I'm going to be talking about and showing you how to launch a Divi Masternode. Now, chances are if you clicked on this video, you already own Divi, or you know a little bit about Divi, and you want to know how you actually use the amount of Divi that you have. Well, that's what this video is for. For those of you that have no idea what I'm talking about, here's a quick little rundown. Divi is a proof-of-stake cryptocurrency that rewards you for staking to their blockchain in the form of more Divi. Much like you are rewarded in Bitcoin for running a node by mining and providing proof of work. A proof of stake simply replaces this proof of work model and requires much less energy. What makes Divi unique though? Well, there's two reasons, mainly, without getting too much into the weeds. It's simple, and it has a unique tiered staking system. The Divi Masternodes are a breeze to set up, which I will show you that in just a few moments. In addition to that, there are several levels of staking that incentivize you to stake higher amounts and hold for a longer period of time. So, you can stake 100,000, 300,000, 1 million, 3 million, or 10 million Divi, depending on how much you have. This translates respectively to a copper, a silver, a gold, a platinum, and a diamond node. So much like other proof-of-stake cryptocurrencies, Divi's method of rewarding you for your staking services is to take the amount of Divi that you staked divided by the entire amount of Divi staked across the entire network. In addition to this, though, Divi adds a 5%, 10%, 15%, and 20% chance to earning more coins when you stake to the silver, gold, platinum, or diamond tiers respectively. So that means if you just start with 100,000 coins in a copper node like we are today, you won't receive any extra chances at earning Divi. You will only receive the base amount of 100,000 divided by the entire amount of Divi that is staked. However, if you were to stake 300,000, you would be in a silver tier. You would get the same amount of 300,000 divided by the entire amount of Divi staked, in addition to an extra 5% chance of accruing more Divi. So this system incentivizes Divi holders to hold on to their Divi and accumulate as much as possible, which in turn keeps the Divi price stable. And you see much less volatility in the Divi system than you do with other cryptocurrencies, even proof-of-stake cryptocurrencies. If you want a more in-depth breakdown of what Divi is and why it's unique, leave a comment below, and I will do an in-depth breakdown of what Divi is and how exactly it can help you reach your financial goals. As a disclaimer, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. Also, I will not comment down below or DM you or contact you directly and ask you to send me money. If you'd like to book a one-on-one consultation, there is a link to that in the description. So for now, let's just jump into how to launch a Divi Masternode. Okay, here we are on our desktop. This is a crypto-only laptop from Calix Solutions, so this came with a little shortcut to the Divi website. So I can double-click that. If you don't have that, then you can just type in diviproject.org to your browser. So now that we're here, we're going to need to do a couple of things. First of all, you need to download the Divi desktop app. If you're using Mac, click that. If you're using Windows, click this. We're going to do that. You can see here that we're going to download it to our folder called Downloads, where we've already downloaded some things like the Exodus wallet and the Brave browser. So we're going to click Save and allow that to download. You'll see the progress in this little section down here. Depending on your internet speed, this could take a little while. Once it's finished downloading, we can click on this to open the Divi desktop out. It's going to ask you if you want to accept changes, click yes, and now it's going to install. Okay, click finish, and the Divi desktop should start running. Here we go, we can see the Divi desktop version 1.8.0. This is an update. Here's all the different things that are updated. We'll click close. Now, just like when you're loading any other type of wallet node, Divi is going to have to sync with the blockchain, and this could take a little bit. All right. So right now we're going to go through a couple things where we need to back up the wallet. The recovery phrase, obviously, is where you back up your private keys to a piece of paper so that you can recover your wallet from another PC. So this is a new Divi wallet. We are going to back up the wallet. Now, obviously, you won't be able to see this, but I'm going to write down these words in the order that I see them and put them in a safe place. All right, after you do that, you're going to click Next. And then you're going to enter in the words that are missing in the next screen. So you're going to essentially verify that you actually wrote it down so that you can back up this wallet later. So I will do that here. Then, as long as everything lines up, congratulations, your new wallet was created successfully. And so then you're going to want to encrypt the wallet. Okay, this is going to be a password. If you forget this password, you will lose access to the wallet. So it's probably a good idea to write this down in the same safe location that you wrote down your backup seed phrase. After you've put in the password, it will encrypt the wallet. Now, if you have a system in place already for backing up your seed phrases, then go ahead and use that system. If you need something that is going to keep them all in a... If you need another solution, I use what's called a Shieldfolio stone book. And there is a link to their website in the description. They have books that are made out of stone and are fire and tear resistant. So go ahead and go check that out and see if that's something that'll work for you. Also, if you want a video showing what these look like and how to use them, go ahead and leave a comment down below. So now we're here at this blockchain primer. It serves as a method for out-of-sync wallets to regain sync status quickly. Go ahead and click on Restore, and it's going to set that up as well. So this is all just the beginning process of setting up the Divi wallet on your computer, and this could take some time. So after you've encrypted your wallet and you've downloaded and synced with the blockchain, you should get to a screen that looks like this. So here you can see an overview of all the Divi that you would have, any transactions that may have happened in the wallet, and all of that kind of stuff. Here we go. You can see that it's going to start syncing with the network every few minutes. Just to make sure that everything is up to date, it will periodically do that. Here you can click Send. This is where you would put in the receiver's address and their name, optional, how much you're going to send, and then you would click Make Payment once you do that. This is the Receive section. So every time you click on Receive, you will have a public address that you can share via this QR code, or this down here, or this right here. So you can copy the address right here, then you could paste it into a Receive section, or a Send To section from another wallet. It's not encouraged to use the same address every time, so you could click on New Public Address, and you could label it like number 2. Add label. You need to unlock your wallet. All right. And then you've created a new unused address that you can copy. All right. Here you have history. This will be all the transactions that take place on the wallet. This is your address book that you can add addresses, email addresses, and labels. And here are your settings. You can have the dark mode, mini mode, advanced mode. You don't really need to mess with any of this stuff, but if you do need to find any of it, this is where it will be. So if you need obviously if we need a more in-depth look at this stuff, I could do another video breaking it down even more in depth, and talking about the specific things that go with the wallet there. For now, we're talking about setting up a Masternode. So to set up a Masternode, you can click here. We could click on Deploy New Masternode. We have to unlock the wallet. And you can see here the first 3 tiers, but it tells us that there is not enough Divi in the wallet to launch any of them. So what we need to do first is put 100,000 Divi into this wallet. So you can do that various different ways. You could purchase it from an exchange or something like that. At the time of this recording, there are two exchanges that list Divi. Those are Bitrue and Kucoin. I already have purchased it a while ago, so I'll just be transferring Divi from one wallet to this wallet, and then I'll deploy the Masternode that way. At the bottom of that screen, I think you might have seen that it does cost $10 to $15 per month to run. So on a copper node, we'll run you, I think, $10 a month, but we'll get there. So you will also need to have a PayPal account. They will bill you through PayPal for that $10 a month. So what I'm going to do now is send 100,000 Divi to this address. But before I do that, I'm going to send a small amount. Now, it's from a different computer, so you might be wondering, how do I send Divi from one computer wallet to another wallet? Well, there's a lot of different ways you could do it. I like this version. So there is a note-keeping app called Google Keep. And you may or may not like Google, but it works really well for this. The cool thing about Google Keep is you can access it from any computer, and you can install it on your phone, and the notes that you take will update automatically. So on one computer, you make a note, and that will upload and sync automatically with every other version of the app. So when I go over to my other computer, that will be there almost immediately. So the reason this helps us now is I'll go to our Divi wallet, I'll click on Receive, I'll click on this wallet here and say Copy Address. Now this address has been copied. Now I'll take this over to Google Keep, and I'll just paste it by clicking Control V on the keyboard, or you can right click and then click Paste, Control plus V, and then that automatically puts it into Google Keep. Now I can go to my other computer where I have Divi on the other wallet. I can open up Google Keep, and that address will be right there. And so I will copy the address on the other computer. I will go to the Divi wallet and click on Send. I'm going to paste the new address. I'm going to click receiver's name, and I'm going to say Masternode Test. The amount to send will be 100 Divi. It's about $5, and we're going to click I'm going to make sure that it looks the same. Okay, and I'm going to say Make Payment. I'm going to unlock the wallet that is sending. The transaction fee is 10 Divi. I'm going to click on Confirm and Send. So it says it successfully sent 100 Divi to this address. So now we'll go back over here to Overview, and you can see that this transaction showed up, 100 Divi. It's in the process of confirming it, so it's not completely confirmed until at least 6 confirmations have happened. If you want to figure out how many transactions or what's going on with it, you can go to the Divi Blockchain Explorer, and you can see what all is going on. So nothing has really happened here. So we'll just have to wait until that goes through. So we have 100 Divi there. We know that it worked. We know that's the right address. So we're going to go back to the other wallet. I'm going to put that address back in. We're going to say Masternode launch. I'm going to send 100,000 Divi, which at this current price is $5,000. It definitely was not $5,000 when I acquired that 100,000. I'm going to verify the addresses, and I'm going to click on Make Payment. All right, confirm and send. There we go. So it showed up almost automatically. So this is that $100,000, whoops, nope, 100. So this is the 100,000 Divi that we will need to launch a Masternode. Let's go to Masternodes, deploy new Masternode. So it doesn't actually show up as that we have it in our wallet yet. So we will need to wait for this to finish confirming. All right, now we can see that we've gotten 1 out of 6 confirmations, but 1 confirmation is enough to go ahead and go back to Masternodes and click on this button, and you can see that we are now eligible for subscription. So let's click on subscribe. So this is how we set up the Masternode. Divi one-click subscription. Click subscribe and follow the PayPal instructions. When the subscription is paid, this dialog will automatically be closed. Deploy will become available right after payment. So we can do once a month. We can go for 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months. So let's do 1 month at a time. You do get a little bit of a discount. It's 5%, 10%, 15% off if you do a whole year. Right now we're just going to do 1 month. You can always change it if you want to. So here we go. We're going to go through PayPal, and we're going to set up our subscription that way. So I'm going to be using the Simple Crypto Consulting email address, which this is my business email. So if you want to contact me that way, feel free to, as long as it's a legitimate contact. Don't troll me. All right, now we're going to put the password in. I'm not telling you that or showing you. Log in. So this is going to link to my bank account. Click continue. It's going to have my address and stuff on there, which I'll be blurring out. We're going to agree and subscribe. And there you go. You pay $10 USD to set up a subscription to the Divi project. These are your details. To review the agreement, change your payment method, or cancel this, you can go do that through paypal.com and access through your settings. So they'll send a confirmation to the email address that you used, and you can see your details there as well. Return to merchant. All right, so now we have that set up. Now, create a unique Masternode name, click on deploy, and let us do the rest. So what are we going to call this? We're going to call this the Simple Crypto Masternode. And deploy. So that's going to run through the process. It may have to restart things a couple of times, but it's basically just going to do its thing. You shouldn't have to do anything else at this point. All right, after it's all done, it's going to start it, configure, deploy. You are done here. Click close, and here we go. So what are we looking at here? Well, this is the overview. This is the amount, the total amount that you have in your Divi wallet. This is the amount that is spendable. This is the amount that is not staked. Now you can see down here, this is the Divi reserve for Masternode is 100,000 exactly. You could do more than 100,000 if you want to, or if you have more than 100,000, it should show 300,000 or how many ever Divi that you staked. You can see that it's running. And if you come over here to recent transactions, you can see that there's a transaction for 100,000 Divi. This is showing the amount that we are staking to the Masternode. Now, as time goes on, in this transaction section, you will start to earn Divi for your stake. And that isn't really like a set payout schedule. It's sort of complicated. It's percentage based, like we just discussed earlier. And there's not always like a date that it will be paid out precisely. So you can expect with the Divi Masternode on the copper level that you'll receive 495 approximately. Well, if you staked 100,000 at least, expect about 495 Divi every couple of weeks on average. When you get that Divi, it'll show up here in this recent transactions tab, and it'll also show up in this spendable section. So there you have it. That's how you launch a Divi Masternode. At this point, you don't even really have to keep the Divi wallet open. You can close it and everything will continue to run because you're paying basically that $10 a month in order to use a cloud machine. So your stake is earning you money even if you don't have the Divi wallet running on your machine. So there you go. Now, the last thing I want to talk about, if you're on a Calix laptop and these things came installed, I want to point out that this and this are different things here. So this Divi desktop, this is the wallet. This is a shortcut to the website. If I click on that, it's going to take us to the Divi website. So we don't really need to do that anymore. And if you think you might get confused, between the Divi wallet, which looks like this, and the Divi website, then I would suggest removing this shortcut by right-clicking and going down to delete. And that just removes that shortcut off of your desktop. Same thing for down here. This on your taskbar, this is what this is called down here. This is also a shortcut to the website. You can see how we've opened up the website 4 times in our Brave browser. So the same thing, we can right click on this, click on unpin from taskbar, and that goes away. Okay, so I've opened up the Divi wallet, it's loading the block index, it's going to be syncing with the network. So my suggestion is go ahead and just leave this running and it will just automatically update. If you close it and open it frequently, you're going to be running into this pretty frequently. So go ahead and you can just leave it open, and that's probably the best way to do it. That way it'll just automatically connect when it needs to and sync up, and you don't have to wait for a long period of time every time you want to open up your wallet. So there you go. That is it. So there you have it. That's how you launch a Divi Masternode. Not super hard. Just a couple of steps and you're on your way to earning passive income while you sleep. Not a bad gig if you ask me. If there's some specific video that you would like to see, go ahead and leave a comment below. Check out some of these other videos, and go ahead and subscribe and like this video for more content like this. Thank you, and have a good day.